Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters you enjoy. Welcome to All Around Town Radio.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man on there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest planned info. So all around town radio show for the music.
Oh, yeah.
It's the All Around Town Radio
Show, as Mr. Mark would say. Let me turn that down, man. I'm having so much fun in here today. It's not funny. How y'all doing? Welcome to a Monday weekend update here on All Around Town Radio. We're live from the studios in beautiful downtown Springboro, Ohio. Yes, we haven't been on a remote in a while. We're going to do some here shortly, though. We're going to be at the Bell on February 9th doing a remote live stuff for Autism Rocks and some other really good show stuff. Absolutely. Hi, Glenn, checking in on the YouTube channel. Oh, I don't like that, man. They've changed something on here with the size of these comments. Goodness. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, let's go that way. There we go. Now we're in business. We can change all of that. Hi, Ray Renee. Joe Cole's in the house. Marie, thank you for being with us. Marie, I always mess your life. Is it Sumter? Sumter? Yes. Rob Paisley on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Rob, for being here. Edward Sawicki, photographer extraordinaire and all-around good guy. Ed, good to have you with us today. We're going to actually quote you on the show today, I think. It's in the script, I believe. Butch Snyder, how are you? Hi, Jeff Morris. Thank you for dropping in. Greetings. Bill, great videos from Saturday night. We've got a great show in store for you today. Great store and show for you today to talk about some fun things that went on over the weekend. Stephen Bell, how are you? From Don't Tell Steve fame. Hollywood in the house from Pullman Lane, Scott's Bar and Grill. The lovely, remarkable, raspy, bluesy Gina McCann has joined us today. How are you, Gina? Thanks for dropping in. Missed you this week. I was at the Jam. You weren't there. I was saddened by that a little bit. Hi, Roger. How are you? Yes. Checked into Smoke Justice featuring smoked bologna meat. Bologna, as they call it, with sweet pepper bacon jam. Wow. That's pretty good. Thank you, Roger, for that info. Hi, Pete Johnson. Thank you for being with us as well. Good to have you. Side piece in the house. Yeah, they were at O'Leary's on Friday. Or they are at O'Leary's this Friday. All right. Send me that on a message, will you, so I can get it in the show for Thursday. Absolutely. And Keith, thank you. I'm checking in with everybody here. Yeah, nice guitar behind me. That's the Sweet Sister Mercy guitar that they presented me the other night. Mark Robinson gave to me. And not only did they write a theme song for me, they gave me a guitar. I love those guys, man. Thank you for recognizing what we try to do. And we recognize you guys, Sweet Sister Mercy, is one of the best. Absolutely. Rooster Fries is with me today. Good to have you in the house. The lovely, spicy redhead, Miss Kathy Laverde. How are you? Calling me Mr. Hall. Making me feel old, Kathy. All right, thanks. Hi, Alex. My brother from another mother, Alex Hall, in the house. Good to have you with us. Gina. Yes. Book of Face always messing us up. They are. Yeah, it's something every day you get to change and play with here. It's just so much fun. Keeps you on your toes, I guess. It does. Hi, Carol. Thank you for being here. Greg Skinner in the house. What's up, Greg? How are you? Good to have you. Going to be talking a bit hear about you in just a few minutes. Dewey Cole, Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Wow, look at all these people. And always, Ed. Thank you for dropping by on a Monday, guys. It is All Around Town Radio's weekend update. And we are going to, Gina was at band practice. Well, hell with that. Hi, Pete Davidson. How are you? Thank you for dropping in on the YouTube channel as well. Kathy, throw me the smiley faces. Chris Thompson from Uncle Rico in the house. How you doing? Thank you for being here. That one party band is in the house. Thank you. And Kara, thank you for dropping by today. All right, guys, let's get it started. Welcome to All Around Town Radio, your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more. And your home for everything music right here. Hi, Tina Reed. Thank you for dropping in. Good to have you. Make some comments, guys. Let us know if you're out there, where you're from. If you're a new listener or follower here, please drop it in the comments where you're from. We'd love to hear from you. So I want to say thanks, everybody that shared the show on Thursday, that we feature Who's Playing Out, featuring some of the best musicians and venues in the tri-state. We had a chance to have 3.9 thousand views on that one, so we almost hit the 4 mark this week. We've done that a few times lately. And by the way, that silly little post that I put up about who was your first concert ever is still rocking. We're up to 8,000 comments and 74,000 interactions on it. It went viral, man. And I don't know why, I don't know how, but it got crazy. So that one's still going. I still get notifications every day that people are posting on there and I gave up on trying to answer all of them. I mean, there was no way. It's like 8,000 comments, but yeah, crazy stuff. It's amazing what goes crazy on the internet and what doesn't. So, yeah, thanks for the views. And as Dave Worthington would call you all, thank you for all being hall monitors and being here today on this wonderful, wonderful Monday. And thanks to Froggies for sponsoring that great show we do on Thursday where we feature all those musicians. Going to take just a moment, though, on a somber note. We lost a great friend in the music community this weekend. Mr. Tony Day, rocker at heart, passed away after a courageous and long battle with cancer. And he's going to be greatly missed, man. He was one of those guys that the first time you met him, you were friends, and just loved to sit and talk with Tony and hear his stories and all those things. And a very sad thing that happened over the weekend. We lost a lot of people in music, but Tony, another one here, just like Tony Day, Tony Geetline, cancer's a wicked disease, man. It takes a lot of great people from us. And Tony, like none other, man, one of those great rock and roll people. And it's sad when those people leave us way too soon, way too young. He's younger than me, man. And that's, I know I'm old, but he is, he didn't deserve that. He's just a good guy. And thank you, Jim. Nice, nice icon there with Speed Racer or whatever that is. So also passing away this week, we lost Lisa Marie Presley. Sad there, young as well. Jeff Beck, only 71, of the Yardbirds fame and such, and one of the greatest guitarists of all time. And Robbie Bachman, the man behind the drum kit in Bachman Turner Overdrive. And yeah, it's tough, man. A lot of people leaving us. They are, especially in the music world. So again, our thoughts and prayers go out to Tony Day's family and all those who knew and loved him, because he was one of those very likable guys that anytime anybody met him, they were just struck with how cool he is. So let's move on to something a little more positive. Let me run down our week in review, and then I want you guys to comment on who you saw over the weekend as well. We had about 40 comments on that one we posted at a weird time on the page, but we got some people rocking in and telling us who they saw over the weekend. So I'm going to go back last week to Monday for me, because I did some fun stuff this week. Just real quick, like Monday, I was at Otterbein Retirement Community. I did trivia. I hosted trivia for a group that the average age was 80. And we had a ball. We had a blast. They were so much fun. And they're in this retirement community there at Otterbein in Lebanon, where it is, let me tell you, it's a fun place for them to be. They have activities all the time. They're enjoying life. giving each other hell back and forth about questions and stuff. So thanks to Otterbein for having me down to do that and choosing Hall Around Town to be their host for that one. Team Sweet and Salty won the night or the game. It was actually in the middle of the day. We did 2 rounds of question answer and 1 round of music trivia and had a blast. But we went way back in time on some of the music, some 40s, 50s, 60s music, and a lot of fun. Mike Roberts throwing the Who Day in there. How about them Bengals, people? Whoo, that was a squeaker last night, but they made it. They did. They made it. And I think Sam Hubbard's still breathing hard from making that 100 yards. If I ran 100 yards, man, they'd have to take me to the hospital. Yes. They would. You hear me? That's why. I want to talk about Tuesday, Mr. Burroughs Tavern. Trivia there each week is a blast with the trivia family we have. If you haven't been there, stop into Burroughs, enjoy a Tuesday evening. We'll have a lot of fun. And I love when musicians show up to these trivia events, as they did on Wednesday at the Bell and the Bear. We had, I named that tune, a full house that night, not a seat in the house open at the Bell. And I want to thank some local rock stars, Jamie Combs, Rick Kern from Blackbone Cat and the Eagles Project fame, and Mark Robinson from Sweet Sister Mercy for being there playing. And congrats to Team 4-String Mafia, who won that one, the trivia night at the Bell and the Bear. We'll be back there on the 8th of February, Wednesday. Mark your calendars if you want to play. Get there, get a reservation, have fun. We had a blast with the crowd there as well on Wednesday night. Let's talk about Thursday. Thank you, Jamie Combs. Yeah, I had a blast with you guys. Glad I could stump you with that 90s country, my friend. You know, I got to throw a few of them in there that you rock stars don't know. But I've got a great picture of Jamie, Rick, and Mark Robinson. It's like, you know, you want to caption it. 3 rock stars walk into trivia. Keep going, you know. Hi, Mike from the Whammies. Thank you for being here. Good afternoon to you. So let me roll on through the weekend here. Thursday, Bell and the Bear Jam. Gosh, what can I say about the Bell? Thank you, Kara, for that's all missing pieces at the Avenue. Thank you for that. You know, what can I say about a Bell and the Bear Jam on Thursday? But it's just one of my favorite nights of the week, and one of my favorite things to go do. The house band in their own right, you could sit and listen to them all night play without anybody else taking the stage. And these guys are phenomenal musicians and singers. It was Kevin Cooper's birthday, and he was in rare form, having a great time as well. Mr. Jim Cuesta on keyboards. Oh, gosh, who else did we have there? We had a host of bass players. Kathy up there, Rick Dews playing bass that night, Travis Hanna playing drums. And then, gosh, of course, a variety of people who came up on the stage, including this girl named this guy named Seven West, who got up there and enjoyed himself immensely. Hadn't been there in a long time. Seven did a great job, did 3 songs, did his bona fide country stuff, and crooned the ladies with his smooth voice. And it was a lot of fun. It was Thursday night. A great crowd, too. A crowd of people who, you know, the Bell is a family of music lovers. They are the people that come there love live music, and they don't really care what it is. I mean, it could be a variety of stuff. They welcome all genres. It's mostly a rock bar, you know, a lot of times. People that go there know that, but it's just one of those atmospheres where you always feel at home. And there were some people who played that night. Of course, the horn section from Second Wind shows up and gets up there and plays some songs. And then a new band, Eric Patton, good friend of ours, Eric, put together a band now, and it's called, get this, Harry Strawberry. That's what it's called. These guys got up on the stage and absolutely slayed it. Did a great job. I thought Joe Cocker might have been reincarnated with the keyboard player. It was really cool. Let me see what we're getting comment-wise, and I'll get to the rest of this here because I've got a lot to talk about. It was my Bell week. I was at the Bell like all week, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Saturday night. Hi, Johnny Fink. Thanks for being here. Speaking of being at the Bell Wednesday, Johnny and Gina Band will be there at the Bell on Wednesday night. Kara, absolutely. We're going to get to that, but I'll say it now. Bell and the Bear has been nominated in like 12 categories for Best of Cincinnati. It's all over the interwebs, so find it go vote for the Bell and the Bear, folks. And also our friend Jamie Combs, who's on here, has been nominated with a wonderful, wonderful category called Best Local Musician. He won that last year. And good luck to you, Jamie. We'll be voting for you for sure on that category. Absolutely. He says, but something else he was talking about. And then he said, Seven fooled him. He ended up on drums thinking we were going to do one song, and he busted into a medley. Yeah, you were playing for a while, but that's okay. You know, when you're playing the right-handed kit left-handed, Jamie, you did a pretty good job. It's hard to tell if nobody knew. Absolutely. And Kathy says, holy smoke, Harry Strawberry. Let me say, Seven did a great job. He did, but he always does when he's there. But these guys from Harry Strawberry blew me away. They were really good. Really good. And it was a great show. And so I got to give props to Eric for putting that project together. And I'm a fan. I'm going to go out and see him again for sure. Absolutely a good time. Kathy said they were amazing. Sorry, guys. I've still got the Ohio hack like so many other people have. So I will be coughing during the show. I'll try to mute when I can. Hi, Dad. Thanks for dropping in. Everybody say hi to Mr. Dad of Hall Around Town. I should call him Mr. Hall Around Town Senior. He's on here. Checking in from Kentucky, where he resides. Absolutely. Gina saw the videos of Harry Strawberry. Greg said Eric Patton is a great dude. We love him, and man, he does good stuff. And yes, City Beat, that's where you can find that. Thank you, Jamie, for putting that in there. But yes. Ed saying hi to Dad. Everybody's saying hi to Mr. Hall. You give him some props today. You know, I won't say how old he is on here because he doesn't want anybody to know. He's still young at heart, though. He is. Thanks for being here, Dad. What we got? Mike says, little known fact, Eric Patton was the original drummer of the Whammies. There you go. I did not know that. That is a little known fact for sure. Didn't know that. Neither did Kathy. So there. How about that? So let me get going though. The Bell Jam. It's self-explanatory, man. It's just a great night on a Thursday. And if you haven't been there yet, go. Just go. Once you see it, you'll be sold for life. It's the talent on that stage, and just the house band alone is amazing. And then those people that come up, Harry Strawberry doing, it was bluesy rock, Allman Brothers-ish. I don't know how to describe all of it, but it was just, somebody give me a great description of Harry Strawberry. I'm sure one of you eloquent people will out there. But like I said, if it was, Joe Cocker reincarnated on the keyboard, he was doing it. And he had great stage presence, and his whole demeanor behind the set of keys were really cool. So great job, Harry Strawberry. Thank you for that. And of course, the guys from Second Wind joining in with him, Seven West, and a variety of other folks who got up there and played the normal cast of characters, so to speak. So then I've had this terrible whatever all week. And I did 3 or 4 shows this week, and that taxes the old vocals. And then Dr. Johnish, yes, kind of. Absolutely, Hollywood. That's a good one. So I will say, Tim got home, said to say, hey, say hi to Timmy and tell him I'm sad the dog ate his sandwich. I keep track of him. I do. All right. So where was I? Was I done with that? I don't even know now. Yeah. Great blues rock and great character. Good stuff. It was. So let's talk about Friday. Yeah. I was talking about being sick, under the weather. So I took Friday off. I didn't go anywhere Friday night. Watched a movie at home. That's what I did. And then Saturday night got out. I had to go to several places. We went to, for one, and I almost forgot this one. Ran to Deshays for a few minutes for a bite to eat before we went to the Bell and the Bear. And we were at Deshays down there. Never been to Deshays. Had a good meal. Had a good time. Kind of in the bar area there a little bit. And there was a group called Twin Sons playing Deshays, and they did a nice job. I didn't get a chance to write down a lot of stuff, but it was yacht rockish, and they were having a good time. And we got to hear them. They were done, supposed to be done at 9, I think, that night. We left in time to get to the Bell by 8:30. Got there, and the parking lot was massively packed, along with Go Bananas being full, the Bell being full, all the restaurants around there being full. It was crazy to get in. But we got into the Bell and the Bear, found a set of seats I don't normally sit in the very back corner of the Bell, back by the back sidebar back there. And Mrs. Hall Around in Town and I sat back there and listened to the wonderful sounds of CFG and the Family. Now, I'm just going to say, I've seen Casey Gomez. I've seen him sing at the Jam. I've seen Mason play guitar. Mason Johnson, if you don't know him, get to know him. And I've seen Mason play guitar, but I'd not seen the entire full band concept of this group. And I am a fan, for one. I'll say that. But allow me to say, first of all, wow, what a night. And secondly, I don't know if I've seen a show with that much audience engagement in a long, long time. And to quote, thank you, Roger. Yeah, Deshays is nice. And Rooster Fries, thanks for that on the CFG and Family and the Family. Ed Sawicki summed it up really well. He put a post out, and he kind of grabbed listening as Ed works the room taking pictures. He hears a lot of comments. He sees a lot of people's faces, and whether they're happy or not with the band is one thing Ed really picks up on. And he said his quote on Facebook, Mr. Ed, if I may quote you, was, hold on, I'm about to cough again. Breathtaking, jaw-dropping, captivating. One of the best I ever heard. He said, these were just a few comments I heard last evening about CFG and the Family. They were all this and then some. What a show. And then the lovely Karis, the owner of that vibey fun establishment called the B&B that you see all those pictures of. One of the best bands this city has, hands down. What you do is very special, and you will always have a place on my stage. That says a lot. That says a lot coming from Karis, because if you've seen our Tuesday show, you know she could be a bit opinionated. Don't tell her I said that. But yes, she can be a little opinionated, and she loves this band. I can tell you, we talked at the back. She loves this band, and I love this band. Now, there's a funky, bluesy, rockish vibe to CFG and the Family. And let me give a shout out here, first of all, to the ringleader, as he's known, Casey Gomez, whose stage presence and stage performance is stellar. He's amazing. He blew me away with his ability to capture the crowd, get the crowd involved. He's playing a tambourine. He's playing a harmonica. He plays a harmonica really well. And just his eye contact with people. He's a professional performer, man. He is amazing. So Casey up front, and then Pete Davidson on drums, and a drum solo that brought the house down, man. Pete Davidson rocked it just so well. And he's a steady timekeeper back there. He's one of those drummers that he plays with his band that's so centered on Casey's vocals and the background harmonies and such. He's not an overpowering drummer. He's a drummer who knows what he's got to do and plays it well. And, it's not one of those where you could say, oh, all I can hear tonight's the snare, because it's just overpowering everybody. Pete, great job. Amazing talent back there. And like I said, his drum solo, the house was rocking. Everybody was into that. And, drum solos, some people say, it's just a way to fill time, whatever. No, this was part of the show, man. This was great. And and Monique was there. I know you were there, Monique. She said, so very good. Just absolutely so cool. What do we got here from Gina? Oh, wow. Next month, maybe Casey will be joining Gina and Johnny Band at the Bell and the Bear next month. That's cool. Yes. So Pete Davidson, and Pete's making a comment there. Thank you for that. Greg says favorite drummer ever, Pete Davidson. Thank you. Well, Greg happens to be the bass player in this band, who's another one that's a solid player, absolutely a solid player. And, then we have some dueling guitar thing going on there with Brandon Sarber and Mason Johnson. And I have always said about Mason, and I'm going to say it, Brandon, you're a killer guitarist, by the way, if you're watching or if somebody sends you this, you do a great job. But I've always said about Mason, and I've not seen Brandon play much, but Mason is one of those next generation of music stars in this town. He in the Cincinnati region. Mason is so good. Greg says world greatest frontman Casey Gomez. Shameless plugs coming from Greg today. They are. Thank you, Stephanie, for being by today. We appreciate you dropping in on the show. So, yeah. Brandon, Mason, amazing guitarist, just steady as a rock and great lead licks. Good stuff. Greg on bass, keeping the rhythm section going with Pete, and Casey, man, I think by the end of the night, they probably could have mopped up a gallon of sweat off the floor from him. He was sweating so hard and working so hard. And David Thornton says his dad's an amazing guitarist as well. I've heard that as well. I think I've seen him a few times, but didn't know the connection at that point at all. And there's Greg with more shameless plugs. I love it. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate you, man. What do we got here? Mason is tremendous. Yeah, he is. Mason is tremendous. He's just an amazing place. And a lot of the originals written by Casey. Diana just said we were getting that. And I'm not going to get into their set list today. I have their set list from the weekend, but I will tell you a few things, though. One thing that the band, I think, really enjoyed, and I was chatting with Mason a little bit. One thing the band really enjoyed was the fact that the crowd got into them doing a Commodore song, Easy, and they slayed it, by the way. The version that they did was as good as the original, I will say, for sure. And then Hold On, I'm Coming. They did that. I mean, just some great music. And the whole, and I'd love somebody to describe them too, because Greg, maybe you can describe them in the band. What would you say? And I've had you guys on the show before, and we've kind of talked a little bit about that, the funky blues, but how would you lump your music? Because it's all over the place, but yet it has its signature style to it. So I don't know if you'd use a term to lump your music into something, but yeah, Casey, if he went outside, he was literally smoking after the show out on the patio because he would be steaming. And there's my friend Seven West. Join us, Seven. It was great to hang with you on Thursday night and see you play at the Bell again. We mentioned you earlier in the show. The show, as Mark Robinson would say. So many great comments about this show, so much energy, and so much audience captivation. Now, I will say, I got to give a shout out to the Hamilton folks. The Hamilton people rock, man. They love their music. And CFG and the family brought a Hamilton contingent to the Bell and the Bear, and they were having a great time. It was really good. Seven says, yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was great to see you, my friend, and your lovely bride, and to hang out with you guys a little bit. Yeah. Power slop. Is that what you're calling it? Well, I don't care what you call it. I just call it good, because I am a absolute lifelong fan now of CFG and the family. So I will be there anytime I can get there to see them. And Ed said, loved having the Hamilton family there. Yeah. And, you go to Hamilton. I've been to Pullman quite a bit. I've been to River's Edge down there. I've never been to the North Tap. I want to go there sometime and see that place. Not been in there. I'd love to go in and see some folks perform there. But it sounds like Hamilton is becoming a real music mecca, man, that people are loving the music there. And Rooster Fries likes Power Slop. Yes. Glenn, you got to go see him. Let me tell you, you will be so impressed with this band. And Glenn sees a lot of music. He does. And I will tell you, this band will blow you away. They're that good. And you'll really enjoy it. And I can't wait to the next time. And I know they're playing soon down at Pullman. I believe 1st of February, somewhere in there. And it's amazing. It's a great show. It's happening in Hamilton, Greg said. It is. And every time I go to Hamilton, it's happening. And, Hollywood down there at Pullman Lanes, he's got a great music vibe going. And, yeah, absolutely, Jamie Combs. I would agree. But I used to go down there in the 80s to see some music, and it was sketchy where we went, to be honest with you. There was quite a few times we wondered how we got out of there to see live music. So, yeah. And Rooster Fry says January 27th for CFG and the family at Pullman. So we'll throw that shameless plug in there. Thank you for that. And they're doing it live. They're broadcast, mass communicating that when they are. Bill, I can't talk enough about your videos as well. If you guys haven't followed Bill's videos, he actually tagged my personal page in them. We have an issue right now with our Book of Faith page on Hall Around Town. We can't post things on it a lot of times that other people put out there. Jamie, I know, has dealt with that too. You can't tag people. You can't do things half the time. So we're trying, but it's on my personal page if you want to follow Bill's videos, or you can follow Bill right here. Bill, you can drop your Facebook link in here if you want for people to go see your videos. They were fantastic at the night. And Bill, I don't know what you were doing, but you were capturing some good audio with it as well. It doesn't always happen in the live video world of a cell phone video. Yes, Hollywood brings it, Greg says. He does bring it. Yes, absolutely, Jamie Combs. On the money, my friend. On the money. And yeah, Joe says Pullman and Hollywood are tops. They are. It's a great music community down there. I love going down there and hanging out. Again, it's just one of those 30-minute drives from my place. So, if you ever see me out and you're like, oh, I hear you want a beer, you want a drink or what, you'll see me turn it down a lot because I'm driving that far, or Mrs. Hall Around Town's driving that far. And I'm, co-piloting maybe. Diana Swamp Rock, she says, there you go. Well, I will say CFG and the family, I said to my wife the other night, Mrs. Hall Around Town, as we referred to her, as we were sitting there, they would be an amazing opener for JJ Gray. And I that needs to happen. We need to make that happen. They need to open for JJ Gray. JJ needs to come back to River's Edge, and CFG and the family needs to open that show and provide support for that concert, because it'd be perfect. Be perfect. Thank you, Bill. We appreciate you, man. We do. We do. And Jamie Combs, you do need to play Pullman's. You need to get in there, man. For real. For real. Speaking of Jamie Combs, guys, we're doing a lot with Autism Rocks this year. I'm going to be one of the MCs at the event at Lori's Roadhouse for Autism Rocks 14. Jamie is going to be playing in the Bronson Arroyo band, closing the house out that night. So that'll be a lot of fun. We have a lot of bands to mention about that. We're going to do some live remotes, and we're going to have Ken Anderson on the show from the Ken Anderson Alliance. He'll be with us soon, and all kinds of fun stuff. So that's all I'm going to say today about CFG and the family. What I want you to do, though, if you're watching the show, and guys, this show gets a lot of attention sometimes on Mondays. So if you can hit that little share button, and if you're watching today, guys, go over to CFG and the family and hit that little love button, if you will, and like their page. And also get over to that friend, the Harry Strawberry Band, and like their page as well. Follow what they're doing. These guys are doing great things. And I can't tell you enough about CFG and the family. You got to see this show to believe it. As Ed Sawicki says, breathtaking, jaw-dropping, captivating. And I'll say, hands down, one of the best I've ever heard for captivating an audience. Crazy good. So we're going to have to wind it up here on a Monday, though, today, guys. I think we're getting there. Let's see. I'm trying to get to your comments here. If we could. Yes, you can't categorize. You can't. I was trying to come up with that. to try to lump it into some sort of words for today. And I'm me, I'm not usually at a loss for words, but I'm kind of at a loss of how to describe their music. All I can say is good. Let me just put it in that term. Good show. Good show. Kara, you should have been there, man. You missed a great night down there on Saturday. Fantastic night with that band. So let me wrap up the show here today. We're running a little long, guys. Tomorrow, Hot Topic Tuesday. You've watched it. You've loved it. You've liked it. You've shared it with Karis and Scott. Hot Topic Tuesday tomorrow. We've got a great topic. You're going to love this one. You ready? Should I hit a drum roll for this maybe? I don't know if I've even got a drum roll. I might need to. That was lame. Musician egos. Oh boy, is this going to be fun. Musician egos tomorrow on the show, 5:00 with Karis and Scott. It's called Hot Topic Tuesday. Then on Tuesday night, I'll be at Mr. Burroughs Tavern hanging out with Quiztastic Trivia. Wednesday with the band this week, I've got a local band called White Knuckle Weekend joining us on Wednesday. So tune in and check that out on Wednesday. That's going off at 5:00. And then Thursday, Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, featuring the best musicians and venues in the tri-state. That's all we got for today, everybody. We're going to get out of here. We'll see you next time at All Around Town Radio. Until then, hit that love button on CFG and the family and the friends from Harry Strawberry as well today, guys. We've talked about them. Please give them some love. Thank you. Tuesday's going to be amazing. It is. Yes, Karis, I don't even want to start Karis up on that topic. This will be fun. It'll be a good time. And Bill says just Bill Dankoff, I believe is the way you say that, or Dankoff, on the Book of Face for his videos. Glenn will get you hooked up with a YouTube channel, Bill. You should put him on there as well, because he got me talked into that and we did it. Jamie says, ouch. Yeah. Jamie, you never know. You might be a topic. Who knows? I hope not. Thanks for watching today, everybody. We'll leave you with Sweet Sister Mercy's All Around Town theme as we roll out of here. And we'll pop up the names of the bands also at the end of the show here. It'll be playing Autism Rocks 14. If you want to look into that, follow the Ken Anderson Alliance.org or Autism Rocks 14 on the Book of Face. See you then. Bye-bye.
Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to All Around Town Radio.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the Book of Face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man on there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest planned info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio show. The All Around Town Radio.
Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
It's the Weekend Review. That Bible coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well, whatever man. Well, coming who's playing out off the open jam with the who's who of talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell. With all around, you know, playing the do it well. So all around town radio show. It's where the hall around town. Let it